Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Got two stories I want to share with you today. They are a warning about the banking system and how it is getting ready to transition, but most people are not aware. And so I want to share these two stories with you so that you will understand what is happening. I don't use Cash App, but I understand that there were some issues earlier this week with Cash App. And so I want to talk about it because I know people think, they're going to be able to work outside of this system and do things the way that we used to do, but all that stuff is coming to an end. The experiment that they've been doing with these blockchain technologies, they've got us at a critical mass where people are using them. So now they're ready to switch us over to this CBDC, and it's going to be painful for a lot of people because they're going to lose their money. All right. So this story is from Gizmodo. It came out on June 2nd, 2023, right before the glitch started to happen. Notice. Okay. So it says, don't store your money on Venmo. U.S. government agency warns. So if the U.S. government is warning you about something, they're doing it for a reason. It says the CFPB is warning Americans who use apps like Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal about the potential losses that could occur if a financial crisis happens. So it says Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal users are being warned not to store money on the apps long term. The Watchdog Consumer Financial Protection Bureau said on Thursday, following Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, and First Republic Bank's failure when customers tried to withdraw money in mass. CFPB is worried about what will happen if another financial crisis occurs, saying those who store funds in Venmo and PayPal could lose it all. Popular digital payment apps are increasingly used as substitutes for traditional bank or credit union account, but lack the same protections to ensure that funds are safe. This is the crux of the whole thing. They want everybody to put their money in the bank because when they switch over to CBDCs, they're going to be able to control them and program them. So they are going to make sure you lose your money if you store money on these apps. So, it's to encourage you to rely on the banks and not have your money outside of the banking system. So if you do use these applications to transfer money or store money, I would recommend you withdraw your money and keep it on you in cash. Or, if it's not anything that you care about, you can, put it in the bank and allow the bank to hold it, but only keep a certain amount of money in the bank. I'm just going to keep it real with you. You see where this is going. They're telling you in advance they're going to take your money and your money will not be protected. And so that's what you saw that happened earlier this week. So it says, traditional bank accounts are insured to reimburse up to $250,000 for each customer in the case that a bank goes under. But Venmo, Cash App, or Apple Cash do not have the same protections. The CFPB is continuing to examine these payment app companies that sidestep the safeguards that are required by traditional banks and credit unions. The CFPB said in its report, warning consumers about the dangers of storing large quantities of money on the payment apps. We find that stored funds can be at risk of loss in the event of financial distress or failure of the entity operating the non-bank platform, and often are not placed in an account at a bank or credit union and lack individual deposit insurance coverage. So, basically what they're saying is these apps are subpar or illegal. Now, they've been fined all these years, but notice right before, a couple of weeks, right before they get ready to switch to the CBDC, they have these glitches. Never had no glitches before. So you got to know what's time it is. They are planning. They're telling you what they're going to do. They already took people's money and closed people's accounts, from my understanding. So this is just the beginning. And if they're doing it with these smaller apps, they'll do it with your bank account too, which is a warning to all of us to not keep any money that you need in a financial institution. Even if it ain't going to be worth nothing, at least you have it in your house, in your possession, versus leaving it in the bank and letting somebody decide whether or not you can have an account. So it says the agency added, consumers may not fully appreciate when or under what conditions they would be protected by deposit insurance. So you saw a lot of people, crying and complaining when they got their accounts closed or their accounts were in the negative because they experienced a glitch, something that happened beyond their control. And then now all of a sudden, their deposits are being questioned and verified, and they use their account for gambling or whatever reason. But it's all just shady at the end of the day. And a lot of people who use these apps don't read this type of information. So that's why I'm sharing it with you, so that you can share it with other people who use these apps and don't understand what time it is. I'm going to put this in the description so that you can share it with other people in your social media feeds, family members, via text or whatever. But if they're using these apps, they really need to it's okay to have an account, but don't keep any money on your um, applications for storage as banks, because they are going to take that money. The CFPB's warning comes as Americans use payment apps more frequently. That's what they hate, preferring to use the app to transfer money rather than rely on cash. That's what they want. A 2022 Pew Research Center survey found that 76% of U.S. adults have had a payment app at least once, and those under the age of 50 were found to be using payment apps at higher rates. It reported that Venmo is the most used payment method, with 57% of 18 to 29-year-olds using it. As payment apps encourage consumers to store their money on the app rather rather than use it just to make transactions, the CFPB says it runs the risk of losing consumers billions of dollars. They're telling you they're going to take your money. The CFPB said in its report that consumers should make sure they are aware of the risks associated with storing their money on non-bank payment apps. Consumers should instead take preventative measures by transferring their funds back to their personal banking accounts. PayPal Holdings, the parent company of both PayPal and Venmo, did not immediately respond to Gizmodo's request for comment, but the Financial Technology Association told the Washington Post that the apps are safe and transparent. So there ain't no good guys, people. Ain't no good guys. So now I'm going to take you to the next story. The next story is dun, 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 came out on Tuesday of this week. CashApp suffers glitch causing duplicate charges and negative balances. Mobile payment service CashApp is investigating issues with its software after users noticed that it was duplicating payments, leaving some users with negative balances. The company said in an update at 5:47 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday that it was aware of an issue causing duplicate cash card transactions, which is making some customers see a negative account balance. The message came a minute after it told users it had restored its in-app support channel while phone support remained unavailable. Cash App is one of a growing number of digital payment services allowing users to transfer funds to and from other accounts in the United States. Since its launch in 2013, the app has grown to have over 51 million monthly active users across the US and the United Kingdom. Reuters reported in March. The company said in 2021 it had over 70 million users in total. CashApp has also more recently allowed users to buy and sell Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, which is why they want to get rid of it, and those in the US to invest funds in stocks, which is why they don't want it. They want you to use the traditional avenues. According to its latest status update, those services, as well as sending and receiving money, remain unaffected by technical issues it was experiencing. Some social media users have the app posted examples who have the app posted examples of their transactions being doubled. On Monday, Twitter user Amanda Wilson posted a screenshot of a Cash App payment to Google, which had been updated from $16.28 to $32.56, and another shortly after to Quick Trip, a convenience store, which had gone from $23.73 to $47.47. And so it says Cash App doubling purchases. I mean adding it exactly to double it. Now in the negative, thanks Cash App, Twitter user Daniel Carrasquillo wrote, along with a screen grab of a transaction at Best Buy, which had been doubled from $37.79 to $75.58. Thanks a lot. I'm so screwed, another Twitter user, Rachel Lynn, said in response to Cash App's duplicate transaction update. Cash App said on its website that it was looking into this matter. However, it remains unclear what caused the glitch to occur. So it says, when asked to comment, a spokesperson for Cash App referred Newsweek to its status updates. In a tweet on Tuesday, it pledged to notify customers who have been impacted and refund any duplicate charges that resulted from this issue. So understand what is going on. It says on Monday, the company also said its in-app support function was back up and running, but warned that waiting times may be increased right now due to phone support being currently unavailable. So they're gonna take your money and then they ain't gonna offer you no help. So you ain't gonna be able to talk to nobody about it. That's why you can't trust these banks. I was gonna say something else, but I'm not. It did not say when the in-app support had been initially reported as down. As of Tuesday, Cash App's phone support channels were still unavailable. We appreciate your patience, the company says. So, like, this is crazy. They're gonna take your money and they'll tell you, you could trust us. And then when you trust them and that stuff screw up, then they don't want to have customer service to talk to you so that you can get your money back. So this is why it's vital that you keep your money. If you cannot control it, you don't have it in your possession, you can't control it. So stop trusting in these institutions. Stop trusting in anybody. And, trust the Most High, of course, but use your common sense right now. We in danger. So there is no need to trust any institution to have your best interest. There's no sense in trusting any institution to do right by you. And there's no sense in expecting good customer service because those days are gone. Nobody don't care. It's an AI to talk to you. They're gonna send you a chat bot or text message. You ain't getting nothing from nobody. So um, lower your standards when it comes to your assets. Most banks and payment providers allow customers to retract the duplicate payment due to technical glitches. In 2008, a fault in the Deliveroo app meant some customers in the UK inadvertently made multiple identical orders. The glitch caused an error message to appear saying an order payment had not gone through when it had, and asked the user to try again, each time creating a new order. The food delivery service said the following day that it would be apologizing to customers who had been affected and told the British finance website Money Saving Expert that customers who had been overcharged would be given refunds. In January, Bank of America apologized to customers after being flooded with online complaints that transactions on its Zelle app were being delayed, which made them seem to disappear. So these folks are getting ready to transition this system, and as they do this, things are going to be happening. Money going to be missing. Money going to get lost. You're not going to be able to talk to people. Folks going to be conveniently unavailable. They have your money. With that said, please make sure that you are protecting your assets. I don't care if you don't have but $2. They're your $2. Protect them. Take your $2 and go buy you something for $2. Go to the dollar store and get you a bag of grits, something, box of grits, anything. Have things that are tangible because your money is soon to not be any good. And as we get closer to August, and these folks try to counter these nations dumping the dollar at one time, they're not going to tell you anything. You're just going to run into situations like this where they're going to close your accounts and keep your money. They're going to close your accounts. You can't dispute nothing. They're going to, do all kinds of shady stuff, and you're not going to be able to communicate with people. So be aware of what's happening. These apps are going away because they are allowing people to skirt this system that they want you in. And so they're going to go away. No need to bank on them. But if they close your account, you don't have no money. Oh well, it's closed. You find another way to do business, but don't have your money tied up in any of them where you can't access it. And that goes for the banks as well. Um, you may be using a bank, but who's to say the banks are going to be on the up and up? No, you just don't know. So um, just make sure you are protecting your own assets because you are going to look out for you like nobody else will. All right, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Please hit that bell notification so that you can get all of the new um, uploads when I upload them. Also, subscribe to my Odyssey and Rumble in the event that this channel is taken down. If the internet goes down and the new stuff comes up, I won't be back because I don't have no time for all of their shenanigans. So understand that. Follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and I am on Facebook. I do not use those methods to communicate regularly because I have so many challenges getting information out these days. So my primary platform right now is YouTube. If you would like to follow me on these other social media platforms, that would be great. I will use them in the event that all of the video platforms are down. If you don't hear from me, I'm probably not going to come back. But I'm going to try to stay active so that I can communicate what is coming down the pipe to you. Uh, continue to pray, continue to prep and seek the Most High, cry out for mercy, ask for forgiveness for our sins and your sins, sins of commission, sins of omission. Continue to try to wake your brothers and sisters up because this wreck is about to happen and most people are not ready for it. So, do the best you can, but I understand a lot of people just are not interested. And so, like the old people say, a hard head make a soft behind. A lot of people are going to have a soft behind when the things hit the fan because it's going to be too late. And messages like this, a lot of people, watchmen are everywhere sounding the alarm, talking to people, but people are just not listening. And these people are actually telling you what they are planning to do. Notice this story came out June the 2nd, and here it is a couple of weeks later, and then suddenly there are glitches. It's just the first of many. Next month, I promise there will be more because they're going to put this system online and they got to work out the kinks. In the meantime, these corporations are already in compliance. They're going to be in compliance or they are going to be disappeared or yeeted. And y'all see what's happening to a lot of these young billionaires who created these companies. It's taken missing. Things are happening to them. Wake suddenly passing away. It's not by accident. Got to get these folks out of the way so the people who really control things can remain in power. So just understand what's happening, and again, it's not to make you fearful, just to keep you awakened, and so you can keep watch and develop your countermeasures to deal with life in Babylon. All right, y'all, this is Marley K, and I am out.